Following their defeat in two significant matches at WrestleMania 40, SmackDown witnessed substantial upheaval. In the group segment featuring Solo Sikoa, Paul Heyman, and Jimmy Uso, Heyman delivered a message from the Tribal Chief, urging the group to come to terms with their losses in Philadelphia. Adding to the shakeup, Cody Rhodes claimed their once-shared locker room, prompting Heyman to explain that Rhodes earned the privilege by emerging victorious. It was a stark reminder that in this business, wins and losses carry weight, and their setbacks at the show of shows couldn't be ignored. After Solo Sikoa vowed to rectify their situation, he seized the opportunity to do just that. While Heyman began his customary promo for the Bloodline, Solo intervened, questioning the significance of wins and losses. His confrontation with his brother Jimmy ended in an unexpected hug, masking Solo's true intentions. Why was Jimmy kicked out of the group? Here are 4 possible reasons for Jimmy Uso's excommunication from the Bloodline on WWE SmackDown. Number 4. Roman Reigns wasn't present for SmackDown. One glaring reason for Jimmy's expulsion from the Bloodline surfaced due to the absence of their leader, Roman Reigns, who was notably missing from SmackDown following his defeat at WrestleMania 40. It's a common practice for stars who suffer setbacks at major events to take a brief hiatus to recuperate. However, Reigns, known for his intermittent breaks throughout the year, chose this moment for his departure, amplifying its significance. With the Tribal Chief absent, SmackDown witnessed a period where the inmates seemingly took control of the asylum. In such scenarios, individuals often act out of character in the absence of authoritative guidance. Solo Sikoa, seizing the opportunity presented by Roman's absence, opted to mete out punishment to his own brother, Jimmy, exploiting the leadership vacuum within the Bloodline. Number 3. His spot was easily filled by Tama Tonga. Removing Jimmy Uso from the Bloodline undoubtedly posed a challenge in terms of numerical advantage. However, the void left by his departure was promptly filled by the arrival of Tama Tonga, who made his debut by carrying out an attack on Jimmy under Solo Sikoa's direction. Tonga's introduction into the faction marked a notable shift in dynamics, as the former NJPW star appeared to align himself with Sikoa, signaling a potential reconfiguration within the Bloodline. It's plausible that Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns reached a point where they perceived Jimmy's repeated failures as a liability. Sikoa, in particular, seemed intent on penalizing his brother by ousting him from the group and stepping into his role within the Bloodline. Number 2. Paul Heyman's comment about losses mattering. As the Bloodline made their way to their locker room on tonight's episode of the Blue Brand, they were met with a surprising discovery: a new occupant. Cody Rhodes had earned the champion's locker room by defeating Roman Reigns. Solo Sikoa expressed his determination to rectify the situation, but Paul Heyman intervened, emphasizing the importance of wins and losses. Heyman asserted that since Cody emerged victorious, he rightfully deserved the champion's locker room. Sikoa even put Heyman on the spot in the ring, questioning the significance of outcomes. The aftermath of WrestleMania 40 weighed heavily on the group, particularly for Jimmy Uso, who suffered defeat against Jay. The implication was clear: in the Bloodline, losses carried consequences, as evidenced by Solo's acknowledgement that his own stakes were higher than those of the Tribal Chief, despite his professing love for his brother. Number 1. Solo Sikoa is the tribal heir. During their previous dominance, Solo Sikoa had been anointed as the tribal heir within the Bloodline. This designation implied that in the absence of Roman Reigns or his inability to fulfill leadership duties, Sikoa would step into the role. With Reigns conspicuously absent from SmackDown, Sikoa could have expedited his ascent from tribal heir to tribal chief. Tama Tonga's assertion that Jimmy's removal was orchestrated by the tribal chief hinted at Sikoa's increasing authority within the faction. Sikoa's subsequent confrontation with Heyman further underscored his growing assertiveness. Leadership transitions are inevitable, and the Bloodline's reign atop WWE seemed to be reaching its twilight. Despite their formidable presence for nearly 3 years, WrestleMania 40 signaled an impending shift. This transition may pave the way for Reigns to return in a heroic role, possibly reuniting with the Usos, thus reshaping the landscape of the faction. What's your take on this? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. And if you are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and click on the bell icon for more interesting content like this in future. Till then, see you all in the next one. Thanks!